Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today we're going to go over a dash cam. This is the UltraDash 310 by Cansonic. It is a 1080p full HD dash cam. You can check this guy out on Amazon. I believe the price is $149. I will leave a link in the description below where you can check that out. I'll also leave a link to Cansonic so that you can check out all the products that they have to offer. Let's go over this real quick on the product features. You've got 1920 by 1080p full HD for video recording. It does do up to 12 megapixels for photo capturing, 170-degree wide-angle lens made of 6-layer glass, WDR function with f2.0 aperture for capturing night vision a little bit better there. 2.7-inch high-resolution screen. It does record in H.264 MOV video format. A G-sensor data record and event protection. So if you were to get into an accident or bump something with your car, this would automatically lock that file and record for you. Hotkey for operating audio recording, so you can just do a one-touch button to activate the audio or deactivate it. It does have a microphone built in, and the audio quality is actually really good. It has an anti-shake function. We didn't have any problems with that. Motion detection function, so if you set this guy up and leave him plugged in, it does have a small battery inside, so even when your car is off at night or something like that and somebody walks by or gets around your car, it will automatically record. Loop and seamless record function. Basically, it will record files, and then when it gets to the end of whatever SD card that you have in this, it will overwrite the oldest file unless you have it marked for lock. Stereo surround speaker and microphone, obviously. Support for up to 32 gig micro SD card. We did put a 32 gig in there. It does have HDMI via mini HDMI out, and AV, and a USB output. And you could use the USB output. It's just a micro USB cable to output it to your computer, or use it as a standalone computer camera. Actually, it gives you the option of both. You can use the mini HDMI to output it to a TV. So let's take a look on the back here. There's installs. Basically, the install is very simple. They give you a car 12-volt adapter, cigarette lighter adapter that runs. You'll run that up underneath your dash and then up around the window, and you'll just basically use this suction cup mount, put it on your windshield, and you will plug in from the top, and it works very well and was super simple, easy to set up. It took me less than 5 minutes. So let's open this guy up. We did take everything out of the package. Obviously, we've been testing this guy. We've got some test footage that we will upload in this video as well, so that you can see the quality. Here is the dash cam itself. Very lightweight. No problems there. Nice 2.7-inch screen on the back here. Various modes that you can get into, such as photo capture, and a menu that takes you through a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to hook this up and hopefully show you some of the menu functions, but there's so much to offer here that we've got to continue going. This mode button, when you are actually recording with the dash cam, if you want to turn your audio capture on and off, all you have to do is hit mode real quick, and it will either activate the microphone or disengage the microphone. So that's awesome. One touch record button, your power button here, your AV out. This is for your mount, your DC in, or you can connect this directly through a micro USB to a computer and pull files off it that way if you want to. On the bottom here, you've got a reset button in case you need to reset the device. You do have your slot for your micro SD. We happen to have a 32 gig micro SD in here now, and that gives us about 4 or 5 hours of continuous recording in 1080p. And here is your micro HDMI output if you want to just play them right off the device itself, so that you can play it to a TV, something like that. Now in the box, here's your suction cup mount. Very simple. This guy just kind of slides right in, and you'll want to just attach this and push up to attach to your windshield. So very simple, very easy to do. And we get this very long cable here. This is our micro USB to cigarette light adapter. This is the cable that you're going to want to run underneath your dash and then up along the window. If you tuck it away the right way, it's a pretty fast, simple, and seamless install for that. So they do give you that. We'll go over what else they give you here. They do give you a 1-year limited warranty on this guy. you would want to fill this out and make sure that they get this so that you get your 1-year warranty on from Cansonic. And they give us a user guide as well. Most of the stuff we've already gone over. The mode buttons, I'll go over that in just a second. Inserting a micro SD card, that type of thing, the microphone. There is an IR LED light that can increase brightness at nighttime. It's called lamp in the setup, and I'll show you that when we go through the setup real quick. Let's see. The lens is 170 degrees, super wide angle. We did go over most of this already. Supports up to 32 gigabyte cards. Class 4 level or above is recommended. JPEG image resolutions are 1.3 megapixels, 2 megapixels, 3 megapixels, 5 megapixels, 8 is the default, 10 megapixels and up to 12. The video file format is H.264 MOV resolution, 1080p and 30 frames per second, or 720p and 30 frames per second. So you've got that. You have a PC camera function. It is optional, but it does support it. So that means you can actually use it as a webcam on your PC if you hook it up via USB. Motion detection function, loop recording, everything that we've already gone over here. The IRD light is the 6-piece IRD lights that you see around in a ring here that helps illuminate at nighttime for your recording at nighttime. There is a built-in lithium battery. They do not tell you how many milliamps it is. It does not last that long. It's more for, you know, like overnight if you leave this guy hooked up and, you know, have the motion detection on and you want it to be able to record just a couple minutes. For the most part, you're going to leave this guy plugged in all the time. And then they give you a troubleshooting guide there so that you can check that out. So now that we have this, let us go over, I'm going to plug this in so that we don't have to worry about battery power into a wall plug here, and we'll power it on. You get your power here. It automatically started to record because I actually moved, so we're going to stop the recording and then we're going to go into the menu and show you some menus. Now on this main screen, it just tells you how much time you have left at the current setting. We have it all at default at this point. It's at 1080p. The audio is not recording. It's going to our SD card. The exposure is at 0. HDR is on. Motion detection is on. That type of thing. And at the bottom, it'll give you your date and timestamp so that you have that. Now, if you want to go into menu, this will bring you to the menu here, and if you want to change the resolution, you're going to use all these buttons. On the record button is an enter button, and your up and down is your navigation. So if we wanted to change our resolution, we would hit record, and you can see you've got 1080p, you've got 720p, all the way down to VGA, which is 640 by 480. We'll leave it at 1080p. Loop recording, on or off, you can do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. We set it for 5 minutes, and that was fine. Our HDR we left on for better image quality. The exposure we left at 0. Motion detection is set to off at the moment, which is fine. Record audio is actually off at the moment, but you can set that by hotkey when you're actually recording, so that's fine. Your date stamp on and off, gravity sensing. You can put your license plate number in here, and you can do and it also has the parking monitor feature as well. So if you hit the menu button one more time, it'll bring you over to this, which is a image rotation. If you want to mount this guy in a different way and then rotate the image, you have a screensaver, delayed shutdown. You can do that by 5 or 10 seconds. You can reset to default settings here, and that resets the whole thing, and then your version is going to be the version of software that's on here right now. So that is a brief overview of all the settings that you can do, and there's a ton of them in here, so that's actually pretty cool. Now if you go into mode, this is your picture mode. If you want to take a picture, you can just hit record. Right now it's set on 8 megapixels, that's your default. Obviously with a 32 gig card I can take 12,344 photos, so that's cool. So you just hit record, and that takes a picture. Obviously you can change that 8 megapixel to all the way up to 12 megapixel, which is great. If you hit mode again, you've got a playback function where you can cycle through different files, if we had files on here, which we don't at the moment because we wiped it out, you can play them back right here on the device. Another great thing to do for that, obviously, is to hook this guy up to a computer and just unload them onto your computer and then just view them there. Or you can just pop out your SD card, put it in a into an adapter and just pull them off that way. That way you don't even have to, you can just leave the unit in the car basically and just move the SD card back and forth. So it really just depends on you. That if this was going to be permanently in my car, I would definitely just remove the SD card, take it out with me, and then remember to bring it back to the car instead of removing the unit and taking the unit with me all the time. So that is up to you. Overall, we were very impressed by this. I'm going to give you guys a second to check out about 20 or 30 seconds of video, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video that we had there. That was just a little sample video of the quality at default settings at 1080p. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and this was the Cansonic UltraDash 310 1080p Full HD dash cam. We were very impressed with the wide variety of features that this thing offers. It definitely captures in very, very, very decent quality and had no problem setting it up. It was very simple to set up. The fact that you have a lot of different features to tweak is also nice too. If you have any comments or questions about this guy, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Again, this was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and we'll check you guys out on the next video.